Hello and welcome to this first episode of the Discoveries series, Gallery from Home. My name is Julian Flak, and as I'm sure most of you these weeks, I'm sheltered at home in Paris. So I thought I'd try a little experience in video, and over the next few days and weeks, I will come and talk to you about art objects and books that I'm especially passionate about. So for this first video, let me tell you about Korewori art from Papua New Guinea. This was the topic of an exhibition that I organized and opened actually to this day exactly 2 years ago at the gallery. This exhibition was called Sepek Hooks, Figures and Masks. And well, let me take you there. So imagine yourselves surrounded by swamplands, chains of hills all around you. You are on the banks of the Korewori River, one of the many tributaries to the Sepek River in eastern Papua New Guinea. So on a map that I'm showing you here, you have Australia down south. This big island is Papua New Guinea, and the Sepek River is this major river that flows all around here next to the red dot. I don't know if you can see it here on the video. In Papua New Guinea and in the middle Sepek region, we are talking about ritual figures such as these ones are called yipwans, and yipwans were related to hunting and warfare. According to one of the Korewori founding myth, Yipwans were the hot-blooded children of the sun, and Yipwans had a knack for aggression and war. Their mission was to accompany and to guide the men in their headhunting exhibitions, and before going to battle, on the eve of combat usually, Korewori warriors would invoke, actually they said they would heat up these figures, the carved yipwans, with invocations, songs, drummings, and many libations in order to magically charge the figure. The mission of this warring spirit was to go out and capture the fighting spirit, the vital energy of the enemies, to render them completely vulnerable and useless on the battlefield. So as you can see on this example, the aesthetics and the characteristic of Korewori art is simplification, stylization of the human body. And one of the main characteristics, as you can see here, is the sharply pointed elements surrounding the body. So now, if you will, let's travel back in time and maybe a little closer to home, and let's talk about how Korewori art was discovered in the West. It's interesting because it's a fairly recent discovery, because up until the 1960s, Korewori art was virtually unknown in the Western world, and it was not until 1960 in New York that the Museum of Primitive Art exhibited for the first time selected figures from the region. And a few years later, at the Dorsey Gallery, still in New York, a groundbreaking exhibition called Caves of Korewori showed in full bloom for the first time exceptional masterpieces of Korewori art, including hook figures and spirit figures from the area. This was an absolute artistic and intellectual shock for the public, because all of a sudden this bold, ferocious form of art was shown and discovered. And the very interesting thing is that the art of Korewori entered in resonance, in echo with the work of 20th century artists such as Henry Moore, Giacometti or Matta. I'll show you one other famous sculpture by Henry Moore, 1939. And as you can see, the echoing resonance of Henry Moore art with Korewori figures is absolutely striking. So now I will stop for today for this first video, but feel free to log on to our website or Facebook or Instagram pages where you'll find many more examples of Sepik art in general and information. So stay tuned, stay safe, take care, and see you soon. This was Julian Flak, live from home. Bye-bye.